Now we will explain in this video that why the demand curve is downward sloping. The downward sloping demand curve is proved due to the law of demand that shows that price and quantity demand are inversely related, and any kind of inverse relation between two variables gives us a downward sloping curve. Now when we plot the prices, suppose this is the prices and these are the quantities. When the price is 30, the corresponding quantity that a person is demanding is 3. When the price drops to 20, then the demand is 5. So what happens when the price was 30 and the quantity demand was 3? The corresponding point, that is from the x and the y axis, this is the point. Now when the price dropped to 20 and the quantity changed to 5, the point has changed. So there is a movement of the point. So now 20 and 5, if you plot it, the point is this one. And when the price again drops, the quantity demanded is more. So the new point that you get is 10 and 8 by plotting that. Now when the joining line of the 3 points is known as the demand curve and it is downward sloping. Now here we will give the reason. In this video I will be showing you the reason that demand curve downward sloping can also be justified if you understand the law of diminishing marginal utility. Now what do you mean by utility? Utility means the want satisfying factor of a commodity. We consume any commodity in order to satisfy our need or want, so that is known as utility. What is marginal utility? Marginal means by 1. When you increase consumption of the commodity by 1 more unit, the utility. And what is known as diminishing marginal utility? It has been seen that when we consume a same commodity more than once, suppose we are buying one iPhone, we get the maximum satisfaction. When we buy the second iPhone, we get satisfaction because we have a backup plan. We have another phone, so anything if happens to my precious iPhone, I know that I have another one to rely on. But when I have the third iPhone, I am every time increasing the same commodity, see, iPhone, every time by 1 unit. So my utility is continuously diminishing because I am using my money more and more for a same kind of good. And you know that wants are unlimited and humans want lot of commodities in our consumption basket. We don't keep on wanting the same commodity. So that is why there is a diminishing marginal utility when we over and above consume the same good. So here let us take one example. Suppose I am very thirsty and after coming from school, suppose you are very thirsty and what you want a glass of water. So the first glass of water is the commodity here. It gives you 10 utility. Now here we have taken that utility can be measured with numbers. That was the main assumption of marginal utility theory. Utility or satisfaction is a psychological thing. It cannot be measured with numbers. We don't eat an apple and say that I have got 20 units of utility. Somebody else will say I have got 15 units of utility. We don't say, because satisfaction is a feeling inside. We cannot numerically express it. But in economics, these numbers help us to validate, or it's a kind of proof to the theory. So we say, or the utility theory assumes that utility as if can be cardinally measured. We can assign some numerical value to measure the utility. So first glass of water gave us 10 utility. Now still we are thirsty, so we go for the second glass, and that gave us 8 units of utility. Still our thirst is not totally met. I am drinking the third glass, giving 3 units of utility. And then when I drink the fourth glass, it is giving me 4 units of utility. And fifth glass, I am getting -2 utils of utility. Now what does it mean? It means that every time, see, the glass of water is increased by 1. Every time I am adding by 1. So this is known as marginally increasing, because every time when I increase by 1, it is known as marginal increase of the same commodity. First I used to consume 1 unit, then second unit, then third unit, like this. And what happens to the utility? Why you consume after first glass? Because you are totally not satisfied, that's why. So in order to get total utility or increase your total satisfaction, you keep on consuming the glass. And what happens to the utility? Check. First glass give the maximum. So when you are thirsty, the first glass feels like heaven. When you are drinking the second glass, your thirst is not met, but it's not giving you that satisfaction which you got from the first glass, the touch of water. So it is giving you lesser utility. So as you increase by 1, the same product, your utility has gone down. When you have the third glass, while you are having, still you feel that no, I am not satisfied, I can have 1 more glass of water. That is giving you 4 units, so almost half. So when you marginally add 1 more glass, your utility again decreases. And when you are adding the 4th glass of water, the utility remains same. That means the 4th glass is not adding to your utility. It is not giving any utility. Now 5th glass, what happens? When you consume the 5th glass, you are getting negative utility. Negative utility means instead of satisfaction, now if you consume, after 3 to 4 glasses, if you consume water, what happens? You feel like vomiting. That means it gives you dissatisfaction instead of satisfaction. So you are now dissatisfied. So as you increase, so what you have understood from the theory, as you increase the same product by 1 more unit every time, your utility keeps on falling, and a level comes when you, instead of utility, you get dissatisfaction. So the first iPhone, if I purchase, I will get the maximum satisfaction. When I buy the second iPhone, I am using the money over the same product. So I feel that as if I am having a backup. If something happens to my iPhone, it is a precious thing, so I can rely on the second one. When I have the third iPhone, what I feel, okay, I can give it to my mother, she can also use this phone. When you have the 4th phone, what you will feel, you are dissatisfied because you are wasting too much of money on the same product. You will try to buy some other product. Now we come to explain, with the basis of marginal utility, the demand curve. What happens? Now always remember, we are ready to pay a price for a product. Why? Because we expect that the product has value for us, the product can give us utility, some satisfaction. But when you know that on increasing the number of items of the same product, your utility is falling, will you be ready to pay the same price for the product? Of course not. Because when your utility is dropping, when your utility is dropping, you are not a fool that you will spend increasing price and purchase it. You are ready to pay a higher price when the good is very dear to you, when the good after acquiring can give you maximum satisfaction. So price is equal to the utility that you expect to derive. Price is equal to the utility that you expect to derive from the commodity. We are ready to pay that price, how much we value the commodity or how much we expect to get utility from the use of the commodity. But as our utility or satisfaction decreases from a commodity, we are not ready to pay a higher price. We will only acquire the commodity that gives us less satisfaction if it is priced low. So this happens when you go to shop during sale time, when the product are low priced. Suppose you are not going with a thought what to buy. Suppose some of the items, but you return home after buying some items which you never thought of before going. And why it happens? Because those goods, it never came to your mind because it gives you very less utility. But why you ended up buying? Because they were low price, that's why you thought at least with low price you are getting. So you always value the utility with the price. If anything is having lower utility to you, you will only buy if it is less priced. That means you always equate utility to the price. So here also check what happens when the price is highest. You are buying 3 units of the product. Why you are willing to pay a higher price? Because you don't have the product, so at least you can acquire some of the product. So at higher prices also you are ready to buy lower quantities. Now if I say that buy 2 more units of the product, say X is the name of the product. First you bought 3 units by paying 30 rupees. You will not buy 5 units because the same product, what you will do buying 5 units of the same product? You will only buy 5 units when it is offered at a lower price, because this is the nature of human. Having the same thing does not give us satisfaction. So having 5 is not needed. But still I can acquire 5 only if I am having to pay a lesser price. So as I increase the quantity of the same product, my utility level goes down. And since I value the utility level or satisfaction I expect to derive with the price, I will only be ready to acquire a higher quantity when the price drops. Again, if somebody says that, why don't you acquire 8 units of the same product? Are you fool that you will waste your money over there in buying the same product repeatedly? What you will do by buying 8 units of the same product? So you will not buy only, but only when you will buy, when it is giving you such a lower price as 10. So when you can see that the price is very low, spending money in the product will not affect your satisfaction too much, so you can go for a higher unit. Similarly, suppose this iPhone, why will I end up buying 4 iPhones? I will never buy. Only the first unit, when I don't have, I am ready to pay 50k to acquire the iPhone. When I am buying the second unit, my satisfaction is already falling because I have already used the same product. I will be only ready to buy if the price turns out low, 35,000. And the third unit I will only buy if it is less priced as 15k. And fourth unit I will buy if there is some lottery or some offer going on, that if you buy now, hurry offer, that within 10k you will get one iPhone. So only when the price drop occurs, you try to buy, or quantity demand for the same product increases, otherwise not. So this diminishing marginal utility explains that with decreasing utility from the same commodity, your price that you are willing to pay, the consumers are willing to pay, also decreases, because we get less satisfaction, ready to pay lesser price. And only when price drop takes place, then only I know that I am having value for money, I am paying lesser price to acquire the same commodity, then only I will go for higher purchase.